Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here once again, and today I have for you the first of March locks. And well, I've been a little busy and I've been a little venturous, I guess. I was searching around on eBay for stock locks, bulk stock locks, an old locksmith cleaning out his bargain bin, if you will. And, well, let's pull it back and show you what I found. I come up with this one here. This guy had 4 new Yales, and they're rim cylinders, and they say on the box here that they are 8-pin. Unless that is really a 6. And all of them seem to be messed up where it states it. There's a real one. 6-pin. And he had, he swore up and down to me, it says 8-pin on the box. And, well, you can see there, it's a water damage. They're 6 pins. But they are still brand new old stock. All wrapped up. This one here is the This one here is the only one that is not zero bitted. It is pinned up. The other 3 there are zero bitted. And it's a beautiful old style Yale rim. And this is a GA keyway. Works beautifully. And let's see. Let's wrap it back up. Right. Put it back together right. Anyway, I bought those from him for a little markup, but I did it because he had all of these that he threw in. All of them are keyed and ready to go. US Lock, Weiser, Schlage, Quickset, or is it a Dexter or Defiant? Some shit. Lustry Line. Okay, never heard of that. Schlage, and Armorlight, which is this type of Schlage, I guess, keyway. Anyway, some good challenge lock material so I can keep making challenge locks and stuff. So I wanted to share with y'all how I get a lot of them. I get that on cheap most of the time from eBay. While I was surfing around, I came across these stainless steel bands. And these are a lot like the, zip tie type of things, but they're stainless steel. But the reason I got them is because they're super thin. And they're still stainless steel. So either they could be used as a type of shim. Or if it's too thick for that, which it might be. I think they're 0.005 1/1000ths. Yeah, so 5/1000ths thick, where a shim is about 2.5 3/1000ths thick. So it's a little thicker. I guess you could sand it down a little bit, but other than that though, if you put a handle on it and about that much, a little bit of grinding down to a point tip, it still has a lot of strength this way. And well, honestly, with this much of it, you can make more if they break, but they'll be great for those ones that you can't get into. That, I don't have a pick that'll work, even buys me bills. Like, I had somebody make me some in 13,000s, and I found a guy who even tried to do it in 10,000s. But this is, for some reason, I don't know if it's a better stock or what, but this stuff is tough. And, goes right back. It is stainless steel. So I figured I'd give it a try. So I went for it for, a quick $5. This stainless steel itself was cheaper than that, plus shipping. Other than that, I came up with this little beauty, which is a Secure-It Euro cylinder. And you probably just saw one on Cameron Dunn's page. He sent me one of these, and I loved it so much that I went and bought me one. And I turned the one he gave me into a challenge lock, and I don't know if I'm going to keep this one for a display case showpiece, because the pins in it, I found for a 1-star kite mark, were just very, very special for a stock lock that was under $15. The tolerances in it are pretty good. It's got a good Yale style keyway. I loved everything about it. Price wise, you couldn't beat it. And I think he even made that point. So I couldn't pass it up. And with this one is one I even asked Mr. Bill Bacardi about, because I asked him if the 83 series made the 83 series core in an Everest. And he says they sure do. And, well, I was like, well, you know, I was told I got one. I bought one. And it takes the C123 Everest key. Wait. Everest key, right? And everything. Works the lock beautifully. But when I took it apart, it doesn't have the check pin. It doesn't have the hole for the check pin in the core. None of it. It is a standard Schlage core marked Everest and uses an Everest key. But if you look closely, you can kind of tell that keyway is not the Everest style keyway. It doesn't have that hook right there. Anyhow, I wanted to share that with y'all. Beware, this was on eBay for a cheap amount. And there's a reason for it. If you think you're getting an Everest, you're not. Now, that doesn't mean that the body and everything, and even the core itself, isn't all that good. It's just misrepresented. And honestly, if they put the regular core, the Everest core in it, they could probably get a little bit more. So I don't know why they don't do that. Nonetheless, I wanted to share that one with y'all. Over here, I've got these two little beauties. These are Medico key marks. Key marks have those nasty keyways. It's just crazy. You can't really get around that little lip right there. You just can't. And got this one. And the reason I really jumped on these is because they're both keyed the same. Except one was the inside of the mortise cylinder. And one was the outside. And this one was the outside. And as you can tell, it's been wallowed out something tremendous. Those keys. Something tremendously compared to the one that was on the inside. Inside one. Outside one. It's like, holy crap, what a difference. But keys work on both of them. Of course, this one's got to be just right to get it in there, because it's much sharper. So, this one I thought maybe it could be pickable, because, you know, most of those you can't even pick because you can't get around them. So I jumped on that for keep one, and I thought maybe if I could pick this one, and I liked it, I'd turn it into a challenge lock that was an actual key mark challenge lock that was doable, just because it's been wallowed out from use. Alright, and then on top here, last thing, is this antique padlocks dealer that I know in Woodstock, New York. He had these, and he couldn't help but list them on eBay before he called me. And so I wound up having to outbid people for them on eBay. And these are hat and lapel pins. Let me zoom into it. I might be able to. There we go. This is the Lock Museum of America, Incorporated, Terryville, Connecticut. Can't read the inside of it. Something Corbin Cabinet Lock Company. And then the American lock, hardened. Looks like the H10 or the 10 series. The Eagle, 1999, Lock Museum of America, Incorporated, Terryville, Connecticut. And then a Best. And I just couldn't pass them up. They're the type that go on lapel or hats. And I couldn't pass them up because they were just so cool. Thought I'd share them with y'all since they're all lock stuff. And then this big thing here. This is a storage organizer. They sell at like Walmarts that have, you know, for mainly crafts and stuff. Pardon me. But I use it to stock up on all my padlock cores, padlock parts, bits, pieces, adapters, and anything like that. And I have been restocking it. So let me pull it out of the snapper here and show you what I got. Got lock parts up here that are, you know, like the little wafers. This is more little pieces and bits for adapters. Springs and tails and ends and bits. Schley ground caps. 1100 series end caps. 1300 series end caps. This is a 7200 series end cap. 21 series master lock end caps, turnover points, and these are stainless steel and non-stainless steel retaining rivets and screws. Then I've got, these are special made little padlocks that I had made for us in the Locksport community. I was going to have them made and engraved with everyone's initials in them and send them out to the pickers. And these are just some other ones. This is a Mystere lock from Germany, and then Italian little keychain locks, if you will, Yale. Over here I have my cores, and these are all different types of cores, and even a little chain. This is an old master lock that I had to drill out, or cut out, and I saved it, I don't know what the hell for. Actuator bits and parts, and then over here I have my Federal cores, Master Lock cores, Master Lock Pro Series cores, American Lock cores, got a bunch of these. These are actually hard to come by for less than like 10 bucks a piece from a distributor. I wound up finding a guy who had a whole bunch of them on eBay and bought them all from him. Over here I have the older style round barrel American Lock cores that kind of like the ones Bobby Keys sent me, and I wound up finding a guy selling these on eBay as well. These are the screwed end pieces, and I have a couple of the spring end pieces. And then over here on the end I have these H-series, the little double wafer cores. And I've got tons of them left too. Awesome, awesome there. Finally got the box restocked. And here on the end down here is a lock I got from Mr. Bill Bacardi. It's Iggy Max Yale. That he, let me put it back over here on the stand. Anyway, that he had Bill Bacardi try an impression. He had a hard time with it, and I told him, let me have a chance at it. And I was trying to decode the number here as to get it to, you know, if you can try and make out the numbers. That might be a 3, a 5, I'm not sure. And I was like, what are these numbers? Is this the actual bidding? Is 5-pin lock, 32211, could be. And so I did the next best thing. I picked it open, held it open, and then sight measured the pins, and they all seemed to be the deepest one in the front, then a little less, the same, and then a little less, and a little less. So it's almost like that is the bidding. But I said, well, I'm going to try and impression it. So I took the key and gave it the workout, you know what I mean? Do the thing, right? And it's got a few marks on the key, and I started cutting away and working at it. And I got to about this far, and it stopped leaving marks. And typically when you're impressioning and it stops leaving marks, well, you're about done. It should open within the next couple times. And well, you can hear it. There's something going on. Maybe it's just a little bit more that it needs. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep playing with it. But when you take it out, and here's the key. I'm going to put it up nice and close. Or here's the catch. I'm going to put it nice and close for you to hear it. You hear those pins? They're dropping back as soon as I move that core some. So it's got drivers up in the top that are held in place. So it's close, is what that kind of tells me. But I've worked this key over so damn much that I've even got a crack in it already, right there. And, you know, you see it's just chewed up beyond belief. And it's a little bent. But I'm going to keep working at it, and maybe I can get it to turn. If I can get it to turn, then we'll know what the bidding is and get it, cut a new key for it, you know, that type of thing. Other than that, the only other option is to, remove this, and then knock out those retaining rivet, pull out the core. The core is a little loose even, and it moves in there. It typically doesn't. So it makes me think it might have even been taken out once before, since it's not flush here either. I'm not positive though. But it is a beautiful little lock, and I don't want to let you down, buddy. So I'm going to keep working at it. We'll see what we can get. But that's where I am so far. Alright, I'm going to sign off of that before it gets any longer. Y'all please stay safe. Always stay legit. If you like this video and like what I do here, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And as always, until we meet again, peace.